get that money at the running back position. And I could go a little deeper than that. I don't want to talk too much about Urban Liar because I got him later coming up with the I Told You So's. But yeah, that's Urban Liar. I got him coming up with the I Told You So's later. But the way I'm gonna break this down is you can start to see the line of his guys that just life-wise or football-wise. They have a different mentality. They have an entitlement mentality. They have a kind of cheat the game type mentality. And there's a few Michael Thomas, Lattimore. We'll get into it. They should let me do the 30 for 30 for the Florida Gators. I would call it Chomp, the untold story of Urban's Gators. Because that team, Danielle is in Connecticut. She knows what I'm talking about. All right, so the NFC East, I look at the Cowboys. I like your estimate on the Eagles. I don't think they will. It's a 3-game gap. But this Dallas team is dead in the water. I got a bet with a few Dallas fans. Depending upon who they play in the wild card, it depends upon if they're the 3 or the 4, they would get a home game, wild card weekend. Depending upon who goes there, I might pick the road team, but I don't have Dallas they're not getting past the division round. They're not getting to the NFC Conference Championship game. They're not betting Tampa. They're not betting Green Bay. They're not betting the Cardinals. They're not betting the Rams. They're not betting the Niners. And I know I'm naming teams. Dude, they're not. They're not. And the Packers will beat them by 15. The Bucks healthy will beat them by 15. Like you tell me about that Divas. Diggs covered up a lot of mistakes with his early season interceptions. Lately, they've been able to hold teams 17, 16, 14 points, but they ain't playing nobody. This is the same defense that have given up 38, 33, 29, and 30. Like, this is that same defense at one point in the league that was ranked 27th in the league. But a lot of turnovers. Dolphins did it last year. Led the league in turnovers. Led the league in turnover margin. 10-6, and they go to the playoffs. Start the year this year, -7. We start 1-7. Football 101. Run the ball, stop the run, don't commit stupid penalties, and do not turn the football over. When you start giving this away, you don't want to win. This is the game right here. This is the game. You start giving this away, I could be a coach. Did you feel that pregame? Look, gentlemen, we can't give this away. This is your life. This ain't a game. This is all right. So I'm with you on the Eagles a little bit. I like Jalen Hurt. But I don't think they catch the Cowboys. Danielle, you think they catch the Cowboys? You think the Eagles catch the Cowboys?
See, that's the thing. Jalen will do good one day and then bad the next day.
Yep.
Good the next day and then bad the other day.
Horrible. He'll do horrible sometimes. Yeah.
When your quarterback ain't either here or going up, it's very tough. Yeah. And Dak has that. He has that experience. Dak can take it. So. Oh, I don't think they can take the Cowboys.
Are you worried about Dak, Danielle? I'm a little worried. He has not looked good his last 3 games. We go back to Thanksgiving.
Right. Yeah, that was.
Yeah, right. You can't lose that game. You can't lose to the Raiders.
Right.
At home, you can't lose that game.
Yeah.
I'm watching Dak.
I can understand being a little, gun shy. You got a horrible injury.
Yeah.
You don't want to go back to that. So I could really understand him being gun shy and not, putting his full reign out on people.
Okay.
But if he's going to do it, he needs to do it now. This is the last 4-5 weeks of the season. Now's the time for you to do it.
Okay. Yeah, and I'm with you. And the end of that schedule, as Luis threw up there, I don't think that's a walk in the park, man. I really don't. Those some tough games. The Cardinals, I think because they have Kyler Murray. He can get you a game or two because he's that good. He can get you. He can make some throws. You got a tight end there to Philly and Zach. They got Zach to a better team. Got him out of that situation, Philadelphia. If Rondell Moore, if he starts to remember, you're in the NFL now, bro. They drafted you for this. AJ Green, like you the vet now with D Hop's out. You the vet. Like this is a time where all that energy you kind of been holding on as older players do when they kind of get a little older. This is when you start the unleashing now because you ain't really played every down and play. You didn't have the workload you had in Cincinnati. So you should have something in the tank right now. And if I'm the coaching staff, I go to him, I go, listen, for the next 3 games, we need you. We need you. You go to Kyler and you say, hey, find 18. Find 18. That guy's done it. Find 18.
But AJ's smart enough to know this is when I need to step up.
I'm hoping.
He's a veteran. He knows this is what I need to step up.
All right, I'm hoping. Listen, like I said, I got a crush on Georgia players. I've always been in their prime, I debated Julio versus AJ. And I knew Julio was better, but I would tell people, but you're not going to try to tell me he's that much better than AJ Green. You're not going to move AJ Green down to like 5th or 6th in the league. Fuck out of here, nah, bro. I was that defensive of AJ because the Georgia guy. So all right,
AJ did it though. He was hot.
Yeah, no, I mean, just the fact that he played with Andy Dalton and he played in Cincinnati. Mm-hmm. Cincinnati, man. At least in Detroit, you guys can still produce great players. Who's ever been great that got produced by the Bengals? Like, it's like, God, y'all don't have Boomer, right? Boomer Esiason. That was almost.
Ocho? Maybe Ocho?
Corey Dillon?
Ocho. Yeah, but Corey Shine was with the Patriots. And we know. He ran for back-to-back 15. He ran for back-to-back 1,500 yards and held that trophy. Okay, so when he goes into the Hall, he goes in as a Bengal or as a Patriot?
If it's length of time, it's a Bengal.
If he goes into the Hall, if was an ounce, we all be high. If he goes into the Hall, he goes in as a Patriot or Bengal, Luis.
Well, I'm picking the Patriots every time. That's not a question.
He'll go in as a Patriot. Sorry, I mean I get what you're saying, but once he got out of there, then it was like because people didn't pay attention to the yards he was getting in Cincinnati, and people thought he was done.
True.
And he went to New England. He ran for 1,500 yards in back-to-back years. Bill Belichick was like, yeah, I got me a cold weather. Just like LeGarrette Blount. LeGarrette Blount was supposed to be kicked out of the league. Nobody wanted him. Pittsburgh said, get out of here. And Bill Belichick said, nope, come on up here, buddy. 1,600 yards on the ground his first year there and a Super Bowl.
But you know what LeGarrette Blount was great at, especially at the end of his career? He would wait half the year and then come in to be that guy in the playoffs, which was fantastic. He knew his role. He knew he just had, like, PJ, you and I have talked about this, about playoff football for years. What do you need to do? You need to run tough, short yardage.
Yeah.
He would wait till week 8, week 9, week 10, sign, get on that playoff roster. And who was the guy that was getting you those yards in the playoffs? LeGarrette Blount.
Yeah, smart. I mean,
you have to realize that he was so big.
Yes.
He couldn't carry the load of a whole season.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. 5, 6, 7 weeks. That's his time because he can't carry the load of a whole season.
No. You're right. It's like poor Zion. Well, I shouldn't say poor Zion because I think he's exhibiting very piss poor professionalism because when you're a pro athlete, and Danielle, both of you, dude, you hang out with James Worthy. Your father played this game on the highest level. When you're a pro athlete, the one thing you do owe the franchise is to be available. You do owe that to the franchise, homeboy, not yourself or your family or your no, because they're paying you.
Yeah.
So the best ability in sports is availability. And when I heard the other day that he had another setback and he's 40 pounds over, it's just like, bro, you're showing your true professionalism right now, homeboy. Like, come on, man, you at least gotta have your body right, bro. You already know you can't be over 300. The league knows you can't be over 300. You're not Shaq. You're not 7 feet. It's different. And once Shaq got to 305, 310, that's when Phil and Kobe started looking at him like, yo, bro, come on, man, get that back down to that 290. That 295, we was winning champion. That 15-20 matter, bro. Like, what the fuck you? But Shaq tells them, I was back in Orlando with my uncle in the pool. We was eating burgers, drinking pina coladas. And Kobe was sitting in the chair across from him, like, while I'm out at UCLA 8 hours a day working my ass off. Yep. Yeah, come on, man. It's about professionalism. So you gotta have yourself ready, man. AFC. This one is really, really confusing to me because I don't know who the hell coming out of the AFC. I don't know who the hell going to win the Super Bowl or coming to the AFC. I don't know who going to the playoffs. It's like 13 teams are available for the playoffs over. I'm shocked at the way the Chiefs have played sometimes this year, where Pat Mahomes it's almost like teams have figured him out, but then they'll have a game where they explode again, and then they've had some injuries, but then when they're all on the field, it's like you can't stop them. The defense was piss poor early this year, and then something magically happened, and the defense came together and started holding people and stomping down offenses and became a top 10 defense. And then Mahomes will have another bad year. Now Tariq is out with COVID. Kelsey's out with COVID. they're hard to really kind of read. The Titans, we already know what that is. Ryan Tannehill, some shit. He been some shit. I've been telling y'all he's some shit since he was in Miami. You're not going to be a receiver and then be made a quarterback in the NFL and then get drafted number 9 overall and be a great NFL quarterback. You weren't even a full-time quarterback in college, bro. The QB position don't work like that in the NFL. This ain't Pop Warner, homeboy. This ain't high school Christian league. No. So, if Derrick Henry goes down, everybody, Ryan Tannehill, look what Miami did. You gave up on, dude. We didn't have an AJ Brown when he was there. We didn't have a Derrick Henry when he was in Miami. He's got a Derrick Henry. 2 years in a row, 1,800 and then 2K, bro. Yeah, your receivers are open. Play action is all. Come on, man. That's barbecue. It's barbecue chicken. It's barbecue chicken all day, bro. Yeah, you look good. He goes out. Ryan Tannehill can't muster up 11 damn points. He looks just like the Ryan Tannehill y'all gonna be. So they sit at 9 and 5. But we talk about teams catching them. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I'm going look. I think the Colts catching past them. They're sitting at 8 and 6 right now. That's starting to come around. Carson Wentz and Frank Wright looks like they're starting to kind of mold. You got the best back in football right now, Jonathan Taylor. He looked like he might. I don't think he wins MVP because I don't think and running backs win MVP anymore. It's going to be either Brady or it looks like now it could be Rodgers with the injuries in Tampa. But I think they catch them. Texas, Jags, we'll talk about them in a minute. We ain't got shit to say about them. The North, Browns, the Steelers. How are the Steelers still alive? They tied the Lions. How are the at home? They tied the Lions in Pittsburgh. Like, how are they still alive? And then you look at the AFC East. You have the Bills. Yeah, my Dolphins are 7-7. Then the bum-ass Jets. I'm not going pom-pom push for the Dolphins. We shouldn't have started 1-7. I don't think they went out. I think the Monday Night Saints game is going to be really tough. Then we're at Tennessee. Derrick Henry's back by then. That'll be tough. If not, I would love for them to go in there and stuff Ryan Tannehill's ass inside his ass. Y'all ever seen that before? Where your ass gets tucked up in your ass. Like, that's an ass whooping when I tuck your ass up in your ass. I would love to see that. And then we finish off with the Patriots in Miami. And we have a good running record against the Patriots over the last 10 years in Miami. I think it's like 6-4 over the last 10 years. So, but I don't think all that's going to work out for Miami. So if they finish 9-7 and they fire Flores, I'm not mad at it. I'm always sport first, team, players, coaches. Players and coaches can go. My team is going to be there forever. So I don't get attached to dudes like that. When it's over, it's over. Marino's last NFL playoff, his last NFL game, he lost 62-7 to the Jaguars in a 62-7 to the Jaguars in a playoff game. And when he was walking off the field, I knew that was the end. When Kobe kissed like this and put the mic down after the 60 burger, I was fine. I was okay with it. I was fine with it. When Sugar Ray Leonard got his ass whooped and it was time for him to go. When Mike Tyson was getting his ass whooped and it was time to go, I'm a guy that goes, yeah, bro, I love Serena, but you don't. I get it, Mama. You had childbirth changes a lady, man. I've been through it twice recently, right? It does. It just changes, man. And if it's time to go, it's cool. So I'm rocking with that. If they decide to fire him and try to move on and find somebody else, but I look at the Bills. Said it in the preseason. It's one of my told you so. 28th in the league in running. They don't even try to run the football. In the NFL, film catches up the quarterbacks real fast. And Josh Allen, I still think he's good, but I thought what we saw last year was too much of a precursor to what we thought he could be. The defense still plays tough. McDermott, you know about him. He was up in Detroit. But I didn't coach in the defense well. But even this division feels a little weird at who can win it. And then the Bengals, the Ravens, the Steelers, and the Browns in that division. The Browns have faced so many injuries. The Steelers just aren't that team, but they're still going to fight. They're still going to play hard. It's not going to be a cakewalk and a win. Some of these games I'm watching, they're getting their ass kicked in the first 2.5 quarters, and then at the 7-minute mark in the third quarter, the game turns, and it's like, hold up. I just turned away from this shit. It was 19-3. How are the Steelers? It's 22-21. I'm like, hold up. What happened? They fight. They're not going to lay down, and it's in that black and yellow. It's just the way they've been as far as I can remember. The Steelers, Ravens 8-6. If Lamar didn't have the injuries, they'd be a much better football team. But even to be 8-6 right now, I think is an accomplishment. And then you have the Bengals. Joe Burrow is back. Jamar Chase looks like the real deal. There at the receiver position. Defense is playing well. Joe Mixon, they can throw to him. They can run to him. He's one of the top 5 backs in my opinion at least. So that division is open. So I thought to you two, when I was looking for surprises and disappointments, the only thing I came up with was when I told you so about Urban Meyer and the Jags. I think we knew the Texans would be bad. But I'm really looking at all these records, and I'm like, I have no idea who's winning. Even the Patriots guys, I know they went on a 5-game winning streak or whatever, but just go look at who they were beating. They won a game where the quarterback threw 3 times, guys. Like, let's pump the brakes on. Oh, this is kind of what Brady did. No, it's not. You need to go back and watch Brady's the year when he was the first. No, the hell it's not. You kidding me? Stop it, man. But I get it. Media, personal narratives. It's the Patriot lore. It's the Belichick. I get it. And there's still Belichick or Brady people. Who was it? Was it more Belichick? Was it more Brady? Brady got the ring, so now the Belichick people are like, oh, but look at us now. And once again, I get it. If that's how you're going to do your sports talk, it's cool. I just don't rock with that type of shit. So, Danielle, where the AFC, sweetheart, talk to me.
So, there are 2 teams that I'll say are a surprise, and one is a surprise because I didn't think that they could do this well. And then another surprise because it's not really a surprise. Like, I figured they would do that.
Okay.
I would say the Steelers are not a surprise. Ben is old. You see how he runs on that field. He's old. I mean, I don't want to say it like that, but he's old.
No, he is. He is.
You know, your defense is holding it together. TJ Watt will always be TJ Watt. Mm-hmm. You know, Joe Hayden is still tackling well.
Yep.
You know, you have your good core pieces in your defense. Najee Harris is doing awesome, you know, on the offensive side. So it's like you have these pieces, but when you don't have that consistent quarterback, it messes things up.
Yep.
So I honestly think the Steelers are not a surprise. And they ain't going to make it. I really don't think the Steelers are going to make it, honestly. And my other surprise are the Patriots. I really thought when we hit like week 3, and you saw Mac was like 30 for 51.
Yeah.
Why are you throwing 51 times in the game?
Yeah.
Like, that right there was like, oh, this isn't going to work out well. Like, that was going to be really bad. If your game plan is to throw 51 times in the game every week, that's not going to work out.
Didn't he throw 3 picks that game?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, 3 or 4. It was like 3. Like, he threw like 3 or 4 picks that game, yeah.
But I look at it and I'm like, okay, you know what? Belichick was doing that for a reason. He was doing that to show Mac, okay, you see all of these throws? Now that you F them up, learn from them and do them right the next time. Mm-hmm. So I think that's why Belichick was having him throw so much in the beginning of the season, so he can see, okay, I've done all of these throws. I've F'd all of them up. Now let me learn from them and do them right the second time. Mm-hmm. But it was a shock. When I saw that 30 for 51, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
You only have 60-something plays in the game. Why 50% of that throwing?
Winging it.
So, but yeah, I would say that the Patriots are a surprise to me because of how they were in the beginning. I saw those first couple weeks and I'm like, nah, you can't continue to throw 51 times every week. And then the Steelers are a surprise because they're not really a surprise. They're not going to make it out, I don't think. And Ben is old.
What happens? Cleveland is really interesting. I'm a Baker Mayfield defender, and I always have been. And I can remember watching the Kansas game. It was an early morning out here. Out here, the noon game on the East Coast for you guys starts at 9 a.m. for us. And I was off that day. And there was no other good game on. And I grew up watching a lot of Big 10, Big 12, and Big 8 before the Big 8 became the Big 12, living back east. So I was like, all right, I'll watch Baker Mayfield. I'll watch this Kansas game. So I remember seeing the non-handshake at the midfield. And then the personal foul late hits early in the game. And I was like, damn, they trying to take homie out. And I watched the whole game and him doing the crotch grab on the sideline. I was like, yeah, there you go. Tell him, suck your, you talk, you shake my hand. I'd have done the same. Then I remember everybody on Talk Radio, Talk TV eating him up that week. I was like, hold up, bruh. They showed piss poor sportsmanship first. Y'all not talking about that, dog. I would have done what Baker did. Oh, you not gonna shake my hand? All right, bruh. Why? Do y'all not understand y'all play for Kansas and this ain't basketball? I'm about to bust y'all ass. All right, bet. Let me go over here with Sterling. Let me go over here with who's there with Sterling Shepard. Let me go over here with my squad. Yeah, okay, y'all. All right, bet. So, and then even in the league, I think Colin's done a great job in the media of having people hate Baker with the whole thing that they went through. I defend him. They're really beat up. He's playing with a torn labrum. They have 2 great running backs, great defense, great offensive lineman. Myles Garrett's it could be a future Hall of Famer. But I would hate for them to start to try to make changes after this year. I would hope that they would say, listen, it was just one of them years. Got a lot of guys hurt. Stefanski's a really good coach. He really has their attention. And I know they didn't have Baker. I still think you have to find a way to beat the Raiders the other night. You have to find a way to win that game. And you see those fans? You see those players' faces walking off the field. It looked like a defeated fan base and franchise. It looked like a franchise and even players. It looked like they knew the year was done. That kick went through, and it was almost just like
the fans had a look as if like us winning was a fluke. Like, oh, we're back to being shit again.
You were back to being shit. Yep.
That drop, like this was just a fluke.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah. Last year, right? You go to Pittsburgh, you blow them out. Even the division game in Arrowhead. That's a nip and tuck game. That guy who fumbles and it goes out of bounds for the touchback. They don't call the helmet contact, which would have overseeded the fumble, gave them first down right there. If Cleveland scores, they take the lead in that game. Mahomes and them goes down the field before the half. They score. It's an 11-point game, and they just can never get back in it. Chiefs get the ball back. I think score a field goal, makes it 14, and then they just can't get back in that game. But I thought they got the wrong end of that call on the fumble where the ball goes out of bounds, fine touchback. But that's helmet to helmet, dog. He speared him in the helmet, and you guys been calling that shit all year, and you're not calling it. You're not about to call that right now. That gives them first and goal on the 1, bro. Like, all right, well, I mean. We saw pass interference that wasn't pass interference in the Rams and Saints 2 years ago. That was the most egregious pass interference call I've ever. The corner, he hit the receiver on purpose. Like, he was like, all right, well, you ain't going to beat me. I'm at least get the foul. And then Luke was like, oh, shit, no flag? Oh, I was like, hold up. Yeah, that was.
No, he didn't hit him. He threw him down, beat him, took us on the ran down the other way. Still didn't get a.
Yeah. So, Luis, I'll throw it to you first real quick, man, if you can. Just with the Browns, bro. Like, this division thing, once again, 8-6, 8-6, 6-6, 7-6-1, and 8-7-7. This division is still there for all 4 teams to win it. Record-wise.
It is. Record-wise, it is. You know, it's funny, I look at this division, I'm like, okay, I kind of expected the Bengals to take a little bit of a jump. The Ravens are the Ravens. You expect them to be there every year.
Yeah.
So, my question with the Ravens is, what is it? They're kind of like with the Vikings. They got a lot of talent. They got things on both sides of the ball. What do they need to make that next step? Is it consistency? Is it
health?
We've seen
health.
We've seen Mark Andrews has become the go-to guy there,
yep.
And he's done a great job with it. They've got running backs. They've got a quarterback that can run. He was one of only 4 guys to have over 1,000 yards last year,
yep.
And he was a quarterback. So it's like they've got everything there. What do they need? Health is always important. That's always the big thing. But what else do they need to get over to that hump? And that's the question that I don't have an answer to, because it seems like they have all the pieces.
I think it's health. I think they have everything, bro. I think it's health.
I do too.
They're missing a lot, dog. They're missing both their running backs. Gus and Dobbins goes down with ACLs in preseason. Marcus Peters, your number 1 shutdown corner, down with an ACL. And kickoff Sunday, opening week, they had 17 guys on the IR, was an NFL record.
Right. But for me, with the Ravens, it's not just this year, though. It's been the last couple of years where I felt like they've had all the pieces. They're right there.
Oh, okay.
And they haven't taken that next step. They're still out in the first round, maybe getting to the second round, and people are like, what do they need? And that's the question. Is it just consistency? Is it time? Is it that killer instinct? They're a team that I look at and I'm like, I want to see them in the Super Bowl. I want to see Lamar Jackson and this team get to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
They have a good organization, a good foundation. They should be one of those teams that you're talking about year in and year out, and yet they're not. They kind of remind me of the Utah Jazz in the NBA, where they have all the pieces. They've got really good preseasons, or regular seasons, and then come postseason, you expect them to flounder early, and that's kind of how I feel with the Ravens. And I'm really concerned, confused, because they have it all. I feel they have it all. The Steelers.
No. I like that. Let's flip it real quick. Pick one thing, Danielle. He's saying, I got something that came to my mind immediately that, other than health, that they definitely need, that they do not have, Luis, and that's a good point. They are quick. Give me something that you can pick just quickly. Say, well, shit. If they got a this or they got a that, they'd be right there.
I honestly say it's the game plan. They make dumb mistakes.
Oh, wow.
Lamar's walking around with the ball floozy. Lamar's throwing these horrible passes sometimes. Lamar waits too late sometimes to run. You should have ran as soon as that ball was hyped. You saw that defense break down as soon as that ball was and you chose not to run. Which I love that he's sitting back in the pocket because that's what you want. You want a pocket passer. But I think they need to be smarter. There are some dumb things that they do on that field, and it's like, you didn't have to do that.
Okay.
You could have, like you saw Patrick in the beginning of the season. You didn't have to make that no-look pass. Make the pass.
True,
and get to the next play.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I really think the Ravens are game planning wrong. They need to game plan better and stop making those dumb mistakes.
I got them needing a stud wide receiver, a real number one, because it's not Hollywood Brown. I never trust an offense where your tight end's your best receiver. I don't trust that offense. I can stop that. VJ Vernon Husky, can game plan for you. I can go into a locker room. I can go into you give me a week. Like, I can game plan for the Atlanta Falcons right now because Kyle Pitts is their number one. I could game plan against the Panthers. I rooted for Cam all those years, but some of those games I'd be like, damn, man, that defense, if they hold down Devin Funchess, and all you gotta worry about is Greg Olsen. All you gotta worry about is Olsen. And when your tight end is your best weapon, I never trust that. Andrews is their best weapon. What they could use, which could cover up some of the holding the ball and waiting to run too long, Danielle, is if you have a stud number one.
Sure.
A stud number. I didn't mind the Rashad Bateman draft pick out of Minnesota because I watched, being a Michigan guy, I watch a lot of Big Ten football, but not in the first round. I did not know. I thought you could have had him, and it's like Kadarius Toney, right? Even though you think Saquon's back, line got better, Sterling Shepard, Elvin Ingram, and bringing in Galladay as a free agent, it does look good on paper. Oh shit! They just added Kadarius Toney. The reason why Kyle Pitts looks so open on all the Florida tape is because Kadarius Toney's on the other side getting double teamed. People, they don't show you that when they showing you Kyle Pitts film. All his highlights, he's running with one guy or running by himself because there's a lot of attention on that speed guy over there. But you probably could have got him in the second or third round. I don't think anybody after that was going to think that he was going to be a number one, a first round pick to come in and chase. So Baltimore, they've never really had the opportunity to draft because they're always good. So they're always drafting 27th, 28th, 29th. They're always drafting there for the last decade. They've always drafted after the 20s. Some of the better stud first round receivers in the history of this game. There's always your Jerry Rice or some or an undrafted Terrell Owens, someone drafted like that. Randy Moss, first round. I mean, you could go through the line of great, even all the best guys today. Justin Jefferson, I just mentioned, first round. Julio Jones, we talked about him, first round. AJ Green, we talked about him, top 5. Top 6. You know what I'm saying? Like those guys, you're gonna find that guy. Hey, nowadays you gotta get that guy top 10, man. These are the guys you're looking at this year. Last year, Jamar Chase, Jalen Waddle. They both look legit. Waddle looks like if they can figure out what they're gonna do it to him, Miami can figure out how to get the ball deep. Just off of what they just throw short. Yeah, bro, he's still about to have 100 catches and break the record for the rookie in the NFL, bro, over the history in yards as a rookie. And he missed 2 games. He's legit. Jamar Chase, legit, but number 4, number 5, right? Devontae Smith, number 9.
Yeah.
I think Baltimore needs that. Yeah.
No one drops to 20. No one drops to 20.
No. And if you go ahead, Luis.
But the best receivers they've had in Baltimore the last 10 years or so were Anquan Bolden and Stephen Smith, Sr., who were both at the end of their career, cut by their other team. And those guys came in and they played really well for Baltimore. But that's been the best receivers they've had.
They tried Sammy Watkins.
But I mean, if you go back though, Baltimore has been a tough tight end team because of Ozzie Newsome.
Exactly.
They had the best tight end teaching them how to play the game.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right about. That's why I love having her on. Like y'all, listen, man. I told y'all, hey, bro, I'm talking to my IG right now. Listen. Y'all follow her. She's sharp as hell, man. Sometimes I call her for the show. She too busy. She can't do it because she balling like that. She ain't always available. So when I get her, I'm like, yes. But yeah, I'm with you guys, man, on the rate. They're just, I'm such a proponent, man. It's such a pom-pom pusher for black quarterbacks, black coaches. I support my peoples, man, being black and Dominican. I cheer for all my Hispanics in baseball. That's just who I am, man. So I love Lamar Jackson. I hate that they had so many injuries this year because the media, they're just waiting to jump on him and say he can't do it or he can't win with him. But it's like, dude, his best receiver is an average speed white tight end. Like that's his best receiver. Like, and I don't buy Hollywood Brown. I didn't buy him at Oklahoma. Just thought he was a kind of a gadget guy. He reminds me more of a 90s, early 2000s like specialty type receiver returner. He reminds me of that. He don't remind me of a guy that you could put in the slot every down.
I mean, if he hasn't beat his corner
he
down
can't.
the field,
Yep, you're right.
He can't get him any other way.
Nope. He doesn't want to see, and that's what I'm saying about when I go back to Rondale Moore in Arizona. They haven't learned how to play receiver in the NFL. Your speed don't mean shit if you can't add other things to it and confuse corners or get guys' hips turned. All you need is that. Trust me. All you need is that. Watch Jefferson run his route. The touchdown on the post corner that he ran the other night against Chicago. Dog, they have and the commentator you can hear, I think it's Louis Riddick. Louis Riddick goes, yeah, that's a lot of coverage on Jefferson in the slot right there. Watch that. And that's exactly where Kirk Cousins goes. Louis Riddick is up there watching it. Brian Greasy goes, yeah, that's a lot of room they're giving it right there. It's like, which means they shaded the safety over. But he gave him a move and the safety hips turned just that much. He broke back out. And by the time you turn back around, it's already like a 3-yard seven dog. Touchdown. Play over. So I want to jump on maybe one of these other teams. I told you so. Let's go here. I've been trying to tell people for about 12 years about Mr. Urban Liar. I tell you, man. Like, hey, listen, y'all know I joke around on my show, so this is going to be a little comedy, but some serious with it. White people, y'all get to do anything. White folks, y'all get to do anything, man. Like, y'all can be like the worst type of person in public. And it's okay. It's this guy, to this day, have we not forgot about Florida? Have we not forgot about the secret scandals at Utah? We not forgot about the secret scandals in Ohio? Have we not forgot about Ohio State and all the hazing that was going on there, and then the players and then the prostitutes and all the stuff that got swept over? And then he knew a coach was domestically abusing his wife. Like, he knew it. He knew it. His wife knew it. Like, I always say, we got to protect the women and children, man. I mean, if a dude's slapping up another dude, you a grown-ass man. You going to let him smack you up. That's on you, player. I ain't saving you on that, man. But women and children, we must protect them. We must say we don't do a good job at it. When you hear something like that, you not only have to fire him, man, you got to turn him, man. I don't care if that's your homie, bro. Like, I can never have that on my conscience. Any of my friends know. I know you hitting your lady, bro. I'm turning you in. You can call me what you want to call me. I'm telling. I'm snitching. I'm tattling. Nigga, I'm tattling. I'm not riding with that, bro. And if you got a problem with me, then we can just settle it then, bro. But that's whack, homie. You a man, homeboy. You don't do nothing like that. And if I know about it, bro, man, can't rock with you, homie. Get out of here with that. You knew. And then sat there with this smug-ass look on his face. Remember the press conference, when they announced he was going to be suspended for a while, and then but this would be his last? He actually kind of sat there like, how dare you? What? White folks. Yo, my God, what? A brother would have been up there in a tuxedo. Yes, sir. I was going to take my suspension, and I'll be back to coach, but after this, I's done. I's gone. Hey, come on, man. A brother would have been trying to rock that shit so straight. He literally almost sat there like, you got to be kidding me, guys. I'm only guilty of loving him or loving him. So, what? Oh, my God. Then, Sean Khan, owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars, for some reason, and also, quick sidebar, guys. Jacksonville, think about it. Leonard Fournette, I want out. Jalen Ramsey, I want out. Like, there's great players saying, I don't like this here. I'm out. It ain't the fans. It ain't the stadium. It ain't the city. It ain't that who running this. We're finding that out now with LeVar Arrington. I don't know if y'all heard him rant on Fox Sports Radio about RG3's tell-all book that's coming out. LeVar went in. LeVar Arrington went in. But LeVar is also, I lived out in the D.C. area at the time. LeVar been trying to tell us about Daniel Snyder for a long time. He been trying to tell us about the atmosphere at Washington football franchise. He's been trying to tell everybody. And about 2 weeks ago, somebody texted me the clip. They was like, bro, did you hear? Somebody I work with over Fox Sports. They was like, bro, did you hear this? I was like, nah. They didn't beep that out. Oh, wow. Okay, LeVar. Like, Whoo, bro, don't.
Like it is, no matter what.
Yeah.
Man, I was like, yo,
To do that.
somebody must have. Honestly, that's why I love doing freelance work over there. They do allow their talent to be who they are. They don't try to. They don't try to mold you. They don't try to change you. You can't say certain stuff. Look, we all know we get on air. You can't say certain things on certain networks. You can't. I know that. I'm over there. You guys hear me. I don't even like to say damn. I don't even want them coming to me because I'm freelance. I don't have a contract yet. I just freelance. So I don't even want them coming to me. It's like, yeah, VJ, great show, but let's leave the D word. Well, I'm like, all right, I hear them say damn all the time. Yeah, they got contracts. They're signed for the next 3 years. We paying you $500 for today. Like, you know, and yeah, we paying you $500, and that ain't nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? That ain't nothing to me. Here, matter of fact, yeah, you didn't need no check. Go ahead and take that right there. There you go, bro. Great show. We'll see you next time we need you. So, but yeah, just people doing that talent thing and trying to protect, but and just bad franchise and bad atmospheres. Jacksonville is that atmosphere, and then you bring in Urban Meyer. Then he hires the guy who said the racist stuff to the players from Iowa, like, and thought that was okay to do. And everybody's like, oh, man, bro, you hired him? and nigga, no. No. Do you know what he said? And I can see Urban saying, yeah, I saw what he said, but he said he apologized, said he was sorry. White people. Y'all get to do anything. Y'all get to do anything. Then they lose a big time game on national TV. Doesn't take the team flight home. Doesn't let anybody know. They're on a tarp for an hour waiting for him. He in a sports bar. Now, I'm a man. I ain't judging that part of it. I ain't judging being an old dude and having a little junk sit on my lap at the bar. I ain't judging that part. I'm a man. What I'm judging is that you're the fucking leader, dog. You're the coach of a professional football franchise, man. That right there. You coach there. And this is what you're doing? And then you get to the facility on Monday. You don't really apologize. You speak to several groups of players. You go to like the position meetings. You don't address the team as a whole. And most players was like, man, we ain't even tripping. Like, I mean, we meant it's the fact that you didn't feel like as a leader and a man, you could come to us as a whole. Because he went different meeting rooms and said different things. Then you berate your coaches in a meeting in front of everybody and tell them they not winners, and he had better people at the college he coached at in Ohio not named the fuck guys. Like when he was there coaching a MAC school, I had better coaches than you're not a winner, I'm a winner. Then to finish it all off, and at this point people goes, he was trying to get fired. I said no, he wasn't trying to get fired. This is the entitlement he's always had. This is the entitlement he's always coached with. This is the entitlement. He berated a reporter when he was in Florida during practice, if you guys remember that. Because the guy just wrote an article about what was true about your kid, dog. Don't sit there and berate him in front of everybody almost in this threatening way, like you want to smack him up. That's why college coaches and college football will never be successful in the NFL. If you coach too long in college, that entitlement sets in. You cannot speak to certain reporters. Do you guys know when you're covering college football, Daniel, I know you know that they can say you can't come into this press meeting. No head coach in the NFL can tell anybody from the Associated Press that they cannot come in on Media Tuesday. I could come sit up in here all the hell I want and ask everything I want. I have that right as a journalist. In college, Tuscaloosa, Ann Arbor, Gainesville, Lincoln, some of these, Columbus.
How long did Saban last in the NFL?
About as long.
4 weeks.
About as long as the vodka I had in my specialized dolphin shot glass lasted. Because you can't,
should tell you
that
one of the best college football coach in NCAA history made it 5 weeks in the NFL.
Yeah, and did the same. I'm not leaving. And we're like, yeah, we kind of want you to leave though. Like we kind of, you ain't gotta. For real. That was the dolphin. That was the dog. That between the fans and the media, we were all kind of like, yeah, it's fine. We know the Bama job's over. You can go. Like we're not tripping, but you don't have to lie to us. We don't want you here. Like we don't even want, like, he know he messed up so bad, he still says to this day, well, I wanted Drew Brees. Come on, man. Shut up, bruh. Shut up. You wanted Drew Brees and he didn't clear. Well, guess what? His shoulder didn't clear. It just is what it is. His shoulder didn't clear with our doctor. So it cleared down there, and history is history. Don't mean that we'd have signed Drew Brees, that we'd have been the Saints, because we didn't have Sean Payton. We didn't have Joe Horn. We didn't have Reggie Bush. Like, we didn't have all these other pieces, man, that got him to a Super Bowl. And if Peyton Manning doesn't miss an out route and Terry Porter takes it back for a pick six to seal that Super Bowl win, we might not even have the one ring that we have. But back to my man, Urban Liar. This fool, and it's funny where somebody told me the other day, he'll get hired again. I'm like, I hope not. I hope you're wrong. But I could see somebody kind of saying, you know what, he's made a mistake. He's apologized. It was this and that and blah, blah, blah. He ain't on the Gruden level because Gruden's done. Gruden can never coach in college or pro ever. It's too, I don't want to call it sensitive because I don't attack groups. Even when I do stand-up, I'll make fun of different things, but I don't attack groups because I just don't need that type of smoke and I don't want to deal with that type of bullshit because I'll tell you about yourself. Because some of these groups are bullies themselves. Your group is a bully. If you're trying to cancel somebody, are you trying to affect how I can feed Cameron and how I can feed Journey and take care of the Husky house, the big vanilla Husky house? You're the bully. I ain't say nothing about you. I just don't agree with what you do. Why am I wrong? I don't agree with what you do, bro. But do you? I don't agree with a crackhead. But smoke your crack. It ain't just keep it for me. I don't want smoke. Don't offer me none. Don't ask me to buy none. Don't ask me to buy you none. Don't ask me to take you to nobody that got none. But if you want to stand right there, bruh, and hit your pipe, bruh, by all means, do you. What, the crack convention gonna come at me like, we're offended because VJ said don't take us to buy crack. No, I don't want to take you to buy crack. What's up? So, but just the culture we live in today, man. This guy will slide through, and I'll let you guys take your hits on Urban Liar. But this is my I told you so. I've been telling people about this guy. I know Percy Harvin and his inner circle, so I heard things about Florida. I lived in Bristol. We all know who comes from there. Lord rest his soul. We all know that crazy ass horrific. I can watch that documentary over and over. I'm still just in amazement at the Aaron Hernandez story. I really am. I'll watch it over and over again, just like, wow, man, like that I still don't even think all that's been uncovered. I think there's still some stuff that's left that's got swept away. And I think there's some people lying, but I think there's some people that's telling the truth. I think there's some people that ain't told their whole truth yet. I think that's still another documentary coming. Maybe Aaron Hernandez a decade later. Maybe that's the next one that comes out where more people want to come and sit down and go, yeah, I didn't want to say nothing before, but yeah, we had AK-47s in the dorm, and we had coke, we had weed, we were selling drugs. That team, remember guys, Reggie Nelson, the Pouncey Boys, Percy Harvin, Aaron Hernandez, there was an Dante Fowler, guys. That team they had there and was all brushed over by a Christian Bible quote white quarterback by the name of Tim Tebow. That would be a dope. Y'all need to let me do that. Let me direct that. I'm telling you, man, give me the funds because people gonna want to be paid to talk. But let's throw a little money at him and be like, yeah, so, bro, come on, man. What was in the dorm rooms? Talk to me. What was in the dorm rooms? Who knew what? Tell me about the bar fight that Tim Tebow showed up and so-called glossed everything over. But all you guys are under 21, and you guys are in a bar fight. So talk to me, brother. Tell me how that went. You need another 100? Here, give me another 100. You need another 100. Here. All right, go. Come on, man. You're on the clock, nigga. Let's go. Talk. No, anyway, so I'll let you guys go on this whole Urban Meyer, but I try to tell you, this guy, and I'm going to just say, this guy's a piece of shit, man. He really is. Some human beings just aren't good people, bro. Some humans aren't good people. Sorry. They know when the cameras are on. They know how to smile and do it. But behind closed doors, guys, there are some people that if you knew, even some pro athletes we may really like, but we don't like the Deshaun Watson story, right? I don't know what happened. But I do know there was a lot of women, man. It wasn't one or two. It was like 10, 11 therapists, like masseuses, dog. They say he a little weird. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's okay. Massaging my butt. Like, what? Hold up. What? My butt cheeks clenched up when I heard it. I was like, hold on. No, hold up. No. Woman or not, bruh. And I go to the spa. Woman or not, I keep my drawers on. I keep my drawers on. You can disrobe and I'll be back in. My socks and drawers are on. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't have the prettiest feet. You can run my feet through my socks, okay? The rest of me is open. No, I'm not taking my drawers off. Lady, I don't know you like that. When I'm on my stomach like this and, oh, hold on, what you doing? No, what you doing about it? No, the cramp ain't with that high. I ain't never had a cramp there. I don't know what the hell. I ain't never had a cramp. But when you heard them stories, right, it's kind of like, oh, damn, dog. And I root for you, man. I hope you not this freaky Jason ass type dude, man, be like doing this to. I hope you not, man. Shit, I cheer for you, bro. So, regardless of who you like, man, there's some people who are just really, really messed up in life. Danielle, always ladies first. Urban Meyer.
Honestly, it's not a surprise. Like you said, it's not a surprise. I knew it was the beginning of the end when he didn't go back to Jacksonville on the team plane with his. How are you the head coach of this team and you did not travel with your team? How do you? And then it comes out that he supposedly tried to kick a player. Hey, look.
Yeah, and warm-ups, the kicker. Yeah.
Look,
yeah.
My daddy played 10 years in that league, and one thing for sure and two things for certain, he ain't gonna let no man kick him.
Nope.
Okay? What do you have to have some kind of respect for your players because they will have the same kind of respect for you. The fact that he can't even, it's mind-boggling that an NFL coach in 2021 did not ride the team plane back home with his players. Like, what are you doing? Is the Poon that special in Cleveland or in Columbus where you going?
Yeah.
Like, it just...
Yeah, went back to, like, he didn't even stay, because the game was in Cincinnati, right?
Yeah.
He didn't even stay in Cincinnati, Bar. He drove back...
And some change to Columbus, Ohio. I'm sorry, my family's from Dayton. Love you. But you gonna drive an hour and some change to Columbus, Ohio? Like, sir, this ain't Miami. This ain't Houston. This ain't Vegas. You going to Columbus.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, I just, look, Urban is who he is. I hope he doesn't get another chance, but like you said, it is possible that he will get another chance because, it happens. But yeah, it's not a surprise. It's who he is. He covered up so much shit at Florida. So much.
And I don't believe that these coaches who are control freaks, these coaches, I have sources all through college football, and they tell these guys are control freaks, man. Like you're running a multi-$100 million business. Harbaugh's not the coach of Michigan. He runs Michigan football. That's a difference. So that's advertising, that's sponsorships, that's the handshakes, that's the closed envelopes, that's the now you can do it with Bitcoin. Now you have the NIL. So now it's I can only imagine. Bryce Young, Alabama quarterback out here out of Santa Ana, modern day high school. I call his high school games. Homeboy had $1 million in the account before the year even started, and I'm sure that's going to blow up after going 12-1 and winning the Heisman in a landslide the way that he did. And so it's so much power that these coaches have, and I'm pretty sure Saban, you got to talk to Saban before you can talk. Just because it's NIL don't mean you just get to walk up to Bryce. I'm pretty sure you got to talk. I'm pretty sure you got to talk to Saban before you talk to Bryce's agent. I'm sure you got to talk to Saban first, because if we're going to do this, cool, son, I get the rules, but I still run Alabama football. I still run Texas. I still run Florida. I still run Notre Dame. If you're Brian Kelly, I run LSU now. I run Michigan. Lincoln Riley. I run Los Angeles. Not USC. I run Los Angeles now. Dodgers are on their way out. They didn't lost, but they were at their peak. They had it. The Lakers, they got their one Mickey Mouse AAU bubblegum championship with 4 months off with LeBron. That shit's about to crash. The Kings won the Stanley Cup 4 or 5 years ago. That shit's been crashing since then. UCLA basketball trying to do something. USC basketball ain't never really been shit. Probably won't never really be shit. But USC football, it's like, no, I don't run USC football. Homeboy, you run a piece of Los Angeles. That shit sits on Figueroa, homeboy. You play at the Coliseum. You run a piece of Los Angeles. You don't run at USC. So it's a business now. So these guys these guys are control freaks, man. They don't just let any and everybody do. So to try to act like you didn't know nothing when you're that much of a control freak.
College football is so much of a business. It's honestly, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
It's really crazy.
Yeah.
It's so big.
Yep.
And I know that I'm glad, players are starting to get paid now and they can get paid, but it's a lot going on there.
I love it. I do. It's a lot. You're right. It's a lot going on. I'm weird, Danielle. I like a little corruption.
And I'm one of those that's the complete opposite, where I say you're a student athlete, which means student first.
Listen, man. Listen, I need therapy. I need therapy so bad, and I know it. I know you and your family. I know y'all family, man. Like, I know you. We going on like 14, 15 years, as long as I've pretty much been right now, because you came out to Connecticut to visit your sisters when I first met you, when we stayed in the apartment buildings next to each other.
Yep.
That was like 13, 14 years ago. So I done met your mom. I done hugged your mom. I know your friends. I know y'all are all about education, student effort. Yes, me. Listen, man. Y'all gonna save the world. I'm a nigga out here almost burning this shit to the ground. Like, I'm just
you special. I made you a pound cake. That's how special you are.
Yo, hold up. Yo, let me tell y'all something. Let me tell you. Right now, I'm gonna hate this, but it's just the truth. Y'all shit's neck and neck. Danielle, I ain't never had a pound cake that I looked at and was like, but once that shit hit your tongue, once that shit hit, it's so. Once that shit hits your mouth, it's so good. Once it hits your mouth, it's so good. We took some. Quick story, guys. We had Thanksgiving dinner. She made a pound cake. All the friends from the network all came over. We converged on one plate with, but we didn't eat it there. I was like, yeah, I'll take some. I'll take some pound cake. Sliced like 3 slices, gave it to us. It's later that night. I'm back home. It's like 2 a.m. I'm smoking a little sweet tooth, watching games on DVR. I was like, oh yeah, I do got that pound cake in there. The first taste of pound cake that went in my mouth, I went into the living room. I got Raynell. I just had a piece in my hand. She was almost asleep. I said, wake up. And I was like, eat that. She like, what the hell is that? I said, that's Danielle's damn pound cake. She said, is that? I said, listen, you better get your ass up and come in the kitchen now, because I might eat all 3 of these slices right now. Dog, her pound cake is so... It tastes like... It doesn't taste like any other pound cake that I ever had in my life. So for my wedding, my wife got the groom cake. I called her. I said, I want you to do me a favor. I don't want you to buy me a wedding gift. I want you to make me a groom's cake. She said, you want a pound cake? I said, you bet your chocolate ass I want a pound cake. You bet your chocolate ass I want a pound. She made me a pound cake. I was so stingy, and we had a house full of people for the weekend. Bro, people was mad. It was like, yo, V, for real? I was like, don't touch my pound cake. What are you doing? Yo, I'm going to get a slice of this. No, you're not getting a slice of shit. All these cupcakes and all this other wedding shit we got up here, eat that. This is mine. I was stingy with it. My homeboy, Rich and Jamar, they snuck a piece while I was asleep. That's how good it was, bro. That's how good that shit is, man. So when we got back from our wedding, my wife, who's a baker, makes me a strawberry pound cake. I remember eating, her shit was bomb too. She looks at me and she goes, you like it? I said, yeah, shit good. She's like, because you just ain't going to be loving Danielle damn pound cake. I was like, are you? That was my first experience in my life of eating another woman's cooking, and whoever I was with at the time, like, feeling some kind of way, like, yeah, because she was a little too excited about her day. I was like, oh my God, are you jealous that her pound cake was, man?
I love Ray.
That's, of course, not. It's all love and family, but that's just how. When it's gonna happen to you one day, you're gonna get married. You're gonna make something special for your man. Y'all gonna go to somebody's cookout. He gonna taste some beans or some potato salad or something, and be like, And he not gonna know though. He just gonna be a man eating. But you gonna get home and be like, so like my potato salad don't do it for you. You gonna throw him off. He gonna be like, what? Yeah, you had like 2 helpings of Miss Sharon's potato. Babe, right. Trust me. Why? Exactly. See, exactly. But the men, we don't know. We just eating. We don't know. We just like, Dad.
So you just go eat like that? Okay.
That's why I love you guys, man. That's why I love you guys. Okay, real quick, at least I know you got to roll. I don't want to keep you either, Miss Danielle. I know Christmas shopping, people got things to do. But I have to do word association. I love this. It's off the top of the head, so you got to be quick. I'm going to just throw out an NFL team and give me one word to describe them. And we'll go 3 each. We'll go three each. So, as always, ladies first. Trying to pick. Oh, we haven't said a word about this team. They're sitting at 8-6. Great young quarterback. I want the Dolphins to take him because I called the game up at Oregon when he played against Montana, saw in my own eyes. Thought he would be a great fit for Miami. Love his size. Keenan Allen, great receiver. Derwin James, probably the best safety in football. Austin Eckler can just run his ass off. And 2 games behind Big Red. I don't think they catch him, but they get to that playoffs. We talked about the 4th down calls in that game the other night. The Los Angeles Chargers, Danielle. Word association.
I want to say ready.
Ooh!
They are ready. The way that they played the Chiefs last week, they are ready.
Okay.
It was that. Now the tackling, we can work on the tackling.
Yes.
You can't let Travis Kelce get those two touchdowns the same way.
The last one. Watching that play, at no point did I think it was scored. At no point did I think it was scored until he got to like the 3. Then I was like, "Oh shit, game!" I leaned back on I said, "Oh, game, game."
What? Like 7 missed tackles?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So we're going to work on our angles. Let's go low, stay low.
Yeah.
So
okay.
But I think the Chargers are ready.
Okay.
I think Justin Herbert is finally stepping into his own. I think he's ready. I think he's reading the field well.
Yeah.
He's reading the field really well. So I think they're ready.
He's good. Justin Herbert's really good.
Yeah.
My man missed the Luis. Arizona Cardinals, man. Word association.
Arizona Cardinals. I'm going to say fraud.
Ooh.
I'm going to say fraud.
Ooh.
Because when you look at the start, they had the 7-0 start. But since then, you kind of made reference to it earlier, they kind of plateaued and stopped. They've lost 4 out of 7.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't looked good. They just lost Hopkins for the year. They need somebody to step up. James Conner's had a great year with them.
Yeah.
But do we expect James Conner, when he burst into the scene 2 years ago, the Steelers had a great year and then disappeared from the playoffs and then had another really bad year with them, or 2 years with them. So is this the same thing we saw with Pittsburgh when it comes to James Conner? Now, they throw the ball in the backfield to him really well. But for me, I'm not buying it. I think Kyler's really good, but I think you take DeAndre off that receiving line. They don't have enough receiving. They don't have a good tight end. Or no, they got Zach Ertz, who they're still kind of getting into the fold, but he's really good. But he's not the Zach Ertz of old. So I don't know if you have enough weapons. So I'm going to say fraud.
Okay. I like that, man. I'll pick a team for myself. I'll say I want to say the Bucks, and the word I would use for the Bucks is worried. Worried. They should be worried. The fan base should be worried. These injuries are piling up. It's the wrong time of year. And even if, like Atlanta Fournette, they say, okay, shut them down the last 3, then that means when the playoffs start, you got to kind of rev them back up. Football is not a sport you can just roll out of bed and put on your cleats and grab a juice box and a bag of Doritos and go play. I mean, if you're 12, okay, cool, 13 on the field up the street, but on a high school level or a college level or NFL level, with the beating that your body takes. So if I'm the Bucks, if I'm their fan base, and if I'm some of those guys in the locker room, I might be looking around like, damn, man, I'm not worried, but we gotta pull this shit together, man. This could get ugly real fast. We just won the Super Bowl. If they don't at least get back to the conference championship game or to the Super Bowl, it'll look like last year was a fluke. It really will. It'll look like last, because remember, Brady throws 3 picks, right, in that conference championship game up at Green Bay, and a lot of people thought they should have probably lost that game, but Green Bay throws up on themselves before the first half. You let Godwin get behind you on the bomb, and Brady throws a touchdown. It's like, dude, it's the last play of the half, bro. There's 8 seconds left. What the hell are you doing? It's just amazing, guys, on that level, with that much preparation, makes that much money, that you have a mental lapse like that. I know to do that in Madden. I do that. Back up 8 seconds. I don't want to give up no bomb before the half. It's just a half, right? But it's like, I don't want to give up no bomb before. I take my safety and run them all the way back. People get mad. Yep. Yo, play that nigga, throw, play, push play, man. Hike the ball. Tell me how to play. Hike the ball, bro. You're not about to beat me on no corny before the half, and you get the ball back. Nah. Anyway, yeah, and you get the ball back. Danielle. Oh, here's a good one. Danielle. Let's go to we haven't talked about them at all. Let's go with the bum ass Jets, and the reason why I ask. Can't get the quarterback position right. Zach Wilson, whatever the hell his name is there. I think the kid sucks, but we'll see. But, 3-11 this year, they're going to be drafting high again. Just, the bum-ass Jets.
I mean, it's not one word. It's kind of more same old. I think they're like the same old.
Okay.
It's the same Jets.
Yeah.
Like, you would think, Robert Saleh is coming in. Like, okay, he going to bring some stuff that he had on the West Coast. He going to get it. It's the same Jets. Like you said, Zach Wilson is okay. He's mediocre. He's
Johnny Manziel.
Yeah. Honestly, he's a. What receivers do they have? It's like where are you going with this? Yep. You have a quarterback, great, but build something around him. Get some pieces. Get some defense. Get a running back. Get something. I think it's the same old Jets. Yep.
I'm with you on that too, man. And not only that, Corey Davis stole money from them in free agency. Like it's the same old. It's the same old Jets I've lived with all my life. Other than Rex Ryan's little run there, this has just been the bum-ass Jets. That's why I call them the bum-ass Jets. Because they the bum-ass Jets and they just always going to be the bum-ass Jets. Like, come on, bro. Y'all 3-11. And they got, 2 first rounds, 2 seconds covered. Like, they got picks, but it just seems like just more and more the same. I agree with you on that one. My man, Luis. Oh, here's a squad we haven't talked about, man. The Broncos. 7-7. They're still in the shot for a wild card. Teddy B got carted off with his face mask off, and I don't know how you trip on your own and slam your head like that, man. Like, goodness gracious, bro. Get your equilibrium together. And prayers to him. I hope he's okay. I think I've heard he's fine. But 7-7 Broncos, Luis.
My word association for them is lock or locked out.
I see what you did there. Here's
the deal. They were one of my surprises. Nobody expected them to be this good. The defense has played better. The offense has been decent at best with Teddy Bridgewater there. Now you don't have him. Is Drew Lock finally going to take that next step and take them to the playoff? Or are they going to be locked out again and still be looking for that franchise quarterback that they've been looking for really since John Elway? You take away that little bit of time with Peyton Manning, who was at the end of his career for those 2 or 3 years, they haven't really been solid at quarterback in it seems like 20 years.
Yeah.
At what point are you going to get the guy? And I know quarterbacks are hard to come by, but you've seen it. Are you going to be the Broncos of before, or are you going to be the new millennial Cleveland Browns, where you're constantly looking for quarterbacks year after year after year? At this point, your guy's Drew Lock. So is he going to do it, or is he not?
My one word for them is non-factor. They're just almost a non-factor. I thought they would be better. I pulled for them because I pulled for the black QB. They had Teddy B, but I don't fail the eye test, as I always say on my show. And watching some Bronco games, it's like, all right, Teddy's just not that guy, man. Like, I know we were able to talk about the injury for about 2 or 3 years, but sooner or later, the play on the field does kind of just have to. You just got to be real, whether you like a guy or not. And you have to just watch the film. And when you put the film on, it's just like, Jerry Jeudy should be having a much bigger year. Cortland Sutton should be having a much bigger year. Noah Fant. You have Williams, the rookie running back out of North Carolina. And you have Gordon. Like, you have offensive weapons there. But I watched those games, and he misses just a lot of throws, a lot of reads. And you miss a Jerry Jeudy. Like, Jerry Jeudy, 0 fantasy points last week. 0 fantasy points. But he's healthy. He's back. He wasn't hobbled. How are you not finding him? And even in Drew Lock, he's not the guy. He's not the guy. Anytime, I don't like white quarterbacks that dance hoppish when they throw touchdown passes. I worry about you. You. It's like light-skinned black men who date white girls. I worry about you. You know, you already have this. Why would you add that? You got it like Danielle chocolate. I you know me. I do Latino brown skin. See chocolate woman like that. My wife is that color. I got to go that route. I'm already all this vanilla buttery shit pouring out of my pores. I already have all of this. I can't add a Becky to this. You know what I'm saying? It's like Pat Mahomes, bruh. I understand you half and half. I know there was a sister for you though somewhere. I know there was a sister for you, Pat Mahomes, somewhere. But he also got a Head and Shoulders commercial. You ain't never seen a black dude use Head and Shoulders. So it's like, yeah, Pat Mahomes just lost me all the way around, man. Then Drake baby mama come out, she a Canadian white girl. It's like, damn, dog.
If you're gonna go that route, she needs to be beautiful. Yeah. That's what I'm gonna say for those two.
Thank you. She gotta be something you look at and go, oh, all right.
Okay, I get it.
All right, yeah, I get it. I mean, shit. If she'd have walked up to me at the party, you know what I'm saying? But when you look and you go, that's it.
Okay.
Get the fuck.
You love who you love, right?
Damn that. Damn it. You got to take her to Christmas dinner. Like, you got to show her off. Are you kidding, man? And enough Chanel and Louis Vuitton gonna cover that, homeboy. Okay, well, that's all I'll do. All right, last team for really interesting one. Daniel, I get this one going for you. Seattle Seahawks. With everything they got going on there.
Depressing.
Oh, okay.
I want to. I want to root for them. I love Russ. I think
I knew
the
it. I knew it.
The hand injury messed him up.
Okay.
It took him downhill.
Okay.
Once after he got back from that surgery, he hasn't been the same. DK is upset because he's not getting the ball, which I understand. You're the number one receiver. You should get the ball. It's just it. You mean what running back they using? They're a little depressing.
Okay.
And you feel like Pete Carroll is out, which I kind of think it is. It's going to happen. So it's a little depressing. You would hope that they don't have that because we had high hopes for them coming into the season. Mm-hmm. Russ is playing on all fronts. You got DK on all fronts. Their defense. It's not the Legion of Boom. It's the Legion of Short. Okay. It's the Legion of whatever happens.
The Legion
today.
of Loom.
Right. The Legion of what? Let's see what happens today. That's what they are. But
Okay.
I think they're a little depressing, and I really hope they turn it around because I thought Pete Carroll was the best coach for that team. He came in, he did some great things. They won a Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. He had the defense running on all fronts. So I thought he was a great coach for that team, but now I think it's time for a change.
I'm actually happy that they're having such a bad year because I don't like nobody up there.
Because you want the Rams to do
I don't like Pete Carroll. I'm a Reggie Bush fan. I don't like the way he snuck out the back door at USC, leaving Reggie holding all the evidence. And Reggie just now being accepted back to USC, but they didn't already put him in the UFC Hall of Fame. See? White people, y'all get to do anything. Y'all get to do anything. It can still reap the benefits of life. I don't like Russell Wilson. I still remember draft day. You sit next to the Becky. Now all of a sudden you want to be hip. Now all of a sudden you want to be in. So
he changed course.
Yeah, he changed course. He changed course, but he changed course for someone who felt like she was trying to be relevant again. You know what I'm saying? Because she was. I can't put out there like that because she was before Russ. Everybody knows Future, but she was an NBA player's little side joint for a minute too. So it just felt like Laura London, right? I love Laura London. She's beautiful, but it just kind of feels like after ATL and once your career didn't then it was like, okay, well, I still got to be relevant. So okay, fine. I'll date rappers. Right, I'll date rappers. I'll have a baby with this rapper, and I have a baby with this rapper. I have a few with this, and I'm just saying. You know me, I just keep it a buck, and I got to look at it across.
Sarah only had one with Future.
I know that, but I didn't like the way that they splashed and made it a conscious effort for the cameras to catch Russ being Future's baby's son's dad. I didn't like all that shit. And maybe a part of that is personally because I come from that, having kids before you get married from someone else, and I come from that. I'm a product of that.
The cameras wouldn't catch it if it ain't real.
I
mean, if he really playing with him, then
yeah, but it's opportunistic playing with him. It's coming off the field in training camp, and she's right there with him. With the baby right on the edge of the field where the people can stand. So when he comes off, hey, yeah, run the day. And I'm in film. I know acting when I see it. I'm in film. I know acting when I see it. So there's that. There's also, I think Russ tries to play too much hero ball. I hated the fact that they didn't give the ball to Marshawn on the 1 in the Super Bowl because they did not want him being that would have been his second touchdown. That would have been his second touchdown. He already had 130 something on the ground. He would have been the Super Bowl MVP. And that was the week of I'm just here so I don't get fined. I'm just here so I don't. They didn't want that. They wanted Russ to be. And see, I don't root for that. I don't root for who you want to be the star.
You don't have a man on your team named Beast Mode and you don't give Beast Mode the ball.
Well, first of all, he just ran it from the 7 down to the 1. Like, they just had given it. He just got it down there. And as Pete Carroll's watching the clock, he's looking at Bill to see if Bill's going to call the timeout. He's watching the clock. That whole thing was just a disaster. And then Russ throws the pick. So I had a smile on my face like, you want to be the smart. Quick to DK. And I said it last year. This is another I told you so. DK Metcalf's a one-trick pony. Luis has heard me say this. He's a one-trick pony. And if Russ don't run around, play hero ball, he can't get... That's the only way he can really get off coverage. And I don't like diva receivers within your first 3 years of the NFL. You just got here, bro.
Yeah.
You just got here, and your purple and pink hair and shit, and your nose rings, and you're like an NFL Dennis Rodman, and I liked Rodman, and you look. I see your abs, bro. We all know you got the body. We know you signed up to sign your contract with no shirt on, so everybody took their shirt off, and even Pete Carroll and took the picture with you. I get all of that, but. When I see that divaness a little too early, it's like, bro, you really a one-trick pony. You can just run deep. You don't run the route tree very well. You can't get out covered. Jalen Ramsey gets in your ass every time he lines up against you, bro. Every time you see Jay Rams, homie, he shuts you down. So you not that dude. You not that guy. And it's gonna show. It's gonna show real fast. But I look at 5 and 9 and I go. I told y'all. So, Russ, quick flip. Luis, as fast as you can. Where's Russell Wilson playing? Kickoff Sunday, 2022.
There's two teams that need him.
Okay.
The New Orleans Saints are one, and the Miami Dolphins are the other.
Okay. I got two. I like New Orleans. That's a good one. I want to think it out. Washington, Chicago.
Yeah, they could use them too.
Danielle, where's he playing?
You really think Chicago when they just got okay?
Yeah. Why not?
I like the New Orleans thing. Because Jameis is going to be out. Like that ACL, that's nothing to.
Yep.
That's hard, and he's a little older, so it's going to take him a while to come back.
Yep.
Possibly Denver.
But see, I think that's where A-Rod is next year. Because that deal, remember, that deal was almost done draft day and something fell through. That deal was almost done. I don't know what held that deal up.
So if A-Rod goes to Denver, then Russ is going to Green Bay.
That'd be tough for me to see. Because you got to tell Sierra. Because I mean, and wives' opinions matter. You got to tell Sierra you're moving to Wisconsin.
Look, Sierra's going to stay in L.A. or somewhere while Russ is in.
Oh, but if they do that, how are they going to post all their videos of laying in bed with each other? And how are they going to post all of their family stuff of him walking out the house in his trench coat and if they're poor?
I can't. New Orleans or Denver? I see Russ, New Orleans or Denver.
Listen, man, I admit who I hate and don't like. I don't run from it. I admit it, man. That shit, man. Every time I see them two, I just be like, oh, you guys are in love? Oh, I guess you're the only black couple in love.
And I'm over here writing down Sierra's prayer.
I know you. And see, that's why I love life because.
Please, Lord, I won't miss it.
Listen. And that's why I love life because you're allowed to be that. If that's what my opening rant was about. It's okay to like and don't like what you want, but let's stop putting titles on people. Hater. Oh, you a dick, right? No, bro. It's like, I like Kobe, bro. I like Will Smith. I like The Rock. I like Denzel. Nigga, they cool. If I knew them, I'd be like, yo, nigga, can we hang out? Shit. I'm trying to see what you doing. I'm trying to hang with you, bro. We all got that, man. We all got, like, a guy crush. Every man's got guy crushes. There's always some celebrity dudes you be like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm a comedian. Eddie is the dude. You can't tell me nothing wrong about Eddie Murphy, bro. You can't tell me nothing wrong about Eddie Murphy. I'm not hearing it. That's Eddie Murphy, dog. I don't care what you say, bro. Please, man. Eddie, that nigga. Get out of here, man. So, all right. One last thing for you, Luis. Let me find it. Going. Oh, you know what? Fine, man. I'll be a little homer here. My Dolphins. I won't say it. I'll let you say it. One word for my 7-7 Miami Dolphins.
I have misleading for the Dolphins.
You piece of shit. You sack of shit. No, I'm joking.
No, and let me tell you what. They're 7-7. They're playing good football right now. And here, this is kind of like one of those things where it is what it is.
Uh-huh.
And what I mean by that is the Dolphins have won, six in a row. But who are they playing in those 6 games?
Yeah.
The Texans.
Yeah.
The Jets twice. Carolina and the Giants. They did beat Baltimore, which is a huge win. Their other win was against the Patriots in Week 1. Huge win now that you look at it based on what they've done. But what are we seeing from them? Strong defense like they have been for the last few years.
Yeah.
I like Waddle. I like what I've seen with him. Gaskins, are you going to be the guy or not?
Yeah.
I want to see something more from him. Gesicki, I love Gesicki.
Oh, yeah, he's legit. Yeah.
So I think your passing game is going to be really good with Waddle and Gesicki going forward. I got to see consistency from Gaskins, and I got to see something from Tua. He's playing well, but I got to see him take over a game and really lead the team. I don't know if he's that guy. I know you and I talked about him when he was drafted. You didn't want him. You were very open about that. Very, very much like I was with Jared Goff in the Rams. So I can still see them either wanting to give him another year or going a different direction.
They don't have a choice. We don't have a direction to go. Like, listen, I don't want to trade for an old veteran. I don't want to trade, and I don't want to sign over. I don't want Russ. I don't want even Aaron Rodgers, because I don't think we have enough. Even if you add one of those guys, so to me it would be wasted money. Sure. It would be to sell tickets, but the Dolphins fans are fans. Now it's a Dolphin town. Whether it's not a Heat town, it's not Hurricane. That is a Dolphin town. I love Miami, and Miami love VJ. Okay, I go down there, my friend. I told you they love me down there, Papa. They love me, Papa. Don't make me get into my Cubano, Papa. You know, my friend. I show you something. Okay, I show you something. But they don't. We don't have enough yet. I agree with you on Gaskin, but that's the offensive line. Any back, you put a back behind the line, they're going to run. That's why New England's running the football to hell. Damian Harris, people forget. Don't you remember, he was the backup at Bama. Yep. He was the backup at Bama. He was a third down specialty back at Bama. But if you put him behind a tough Bill Belichick team coach offensive line, 100 yard, 4 or 5 straight games. I mean, you look at fantasy, it's just like, whoa, hold on, he had another 100 today? Okay. Damn, I didn't watch the Patriot game, but Damian Harris ran for another 100, another touchdown? Oh, shit. But you just plug a guy in. So I think you get a line, you have that. I think Parker's got to go. We already got rid of Jakeem Grant. I think Albert Wilson's got to go. They have some work to do. Miami's got some work to do. I like the defense, but I still think we're a linebacker away. Love the D line. We get pressure from the line. Our secondary, Javon Holland was a hit draft pick out of Oregon, but he got first round grades. It's just, he just slid to the early second round. But he got first round grades from all 32 GMs. And I love Wilkins on the defensive line, was a number 7 overall pick from Clemson. He stops the run. Agba, Van Ginkel. But even Raekwon Davis, I still think we don't have a game-changing linebacker. We don't have that linebacker that can change the game on any given down. I think that's much needed too. And the quarterback position. I root for him because he wears my team's uniform, but you just said it. I told people from the beginning, I don't like Alabama quarterbacks. I ain't never liked Alabama quarterbacks. You got to go back to Roger Staubach, and that's a long damn time ago. That's a long-ass time ago. You got to go to him. And then I don't like Nick Saban quarterbacks. You could go all the way to Michigan State with Nick Saban, and you still not going to find me a quarterback that was that great. Maybe Kirk Cousins. There's my guy at Michigan State. But Saban, just go through his LSU quarterbacks. Go through his Bama quarterback. What quarterback? And I'm praying for Jalen Hurts, and I'm praying for Tua because they're black and brown. They come from the black and brown community. But you better play well, bro. But it's also just his system. When you could plug a guy in and you have running backs that are, Heisman Trophy winners, and you have a receiver that's a Heisman Trophy winner. I mean, you have all these different pieces around you. A lot of guys, like Mac Jones, you can't tell me if he's that good. His coach don't tell him to just throw 3 passes. I don't care what kind of win it's in.
Oh, yeah.
I don't care what kind of win it's in. Josh Allen was throwing the ball, but they didn't even have that faith in him. Like, nah, bro, 3 passes a day. We're going to run, play tough defense. They can't run the football, so we'll blitz Josh Allen all night, and if he can make a play to beat us, he beat it, and they couldn't, and you missed the field, and they missed a 37-yard field goal. You missed the chip shot ass field goal. And there's the game right there. We get out of here with a win. But there's nobody else that could have pulled that off, man. Listen, I'm wrap up and let you guys roll. I know everybody's got stuff to do, Luis. I know you got to get to work. Listen, man, I appreciate you guys. I had so much fun. That's my girl. I'm so glad you made it onto the show. It's been a minute. The time when you were in the airport, you did that was about a year, right? Isn't that all? Because that was last season.
Yeah.
That was last season. Yep.
I was in Vegas.
Yeah, exactly. You were. You had just done the Monday Night Football game out there in Vegas. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So you were. So it has been a minute, man. But if you want to, please tell everybody where they can find you, man. And we'll leave it at that. You could go first, Luis. Tell everybody where they can find you, homie.
They can find me on Twitter at LESTRADAJR. I'll be bringing my show back probably February on blogtalk.com.
We talking wrestling?
I'll be talking. Oh, absolutely. Dude, I've got so much to talk about wrestling right now, dude. It's not even fair right now.
Okay, cool. I just want to know if we're talking wrestling.
I'm hoping to get something done with before the Royal Rumble, but we'll see. I got some traveling coming up. I'll be in Florida at the end of January, so Florida, I'm coming for you. But I'll be there in about a month. But you can find me on blogtalkradio.com at Luis Estrada, and like I said, on Twitter, LESTRADAJR, Facebook at Lewis's Sports House there as well.
Awesome. Miss Danielle, like Miss Everything, my black queen, my pound cake maker, and always, man, like I be telling radio, I was like, yo, I don't know nobody with prettier teeth and prettier makeup than her. She has the prettiest teeth on anyone I know right now, and she's got the prettiest damn makeup. I be looking at I be on your Instagram, so I be like, God, man, like she's fine as hell, man. Like she's a beautiful black woman, man. Her shit always. I don't never see her. No, real talk. Since I've known you, I've never seen you out of pocket ever.
Look,
I've only known you like that. Yeah.
You gotta stay put together. It's all these years of braces.
I know. I remember, and then the retain. I remember.
Yeah. That's it. Look, my grandma used to say, "Ladies, put your makeup on because you don't know where you're gonna find your husband." Yeah. So we always come. My grandma, you don't leave the house without something on your face.
Oh my God, man! Yo, that's some old black woman shit. If I ever heard, I never heard that. You don't know where you're gonna meet your husband.
She said, "Look, if you don't have makeup on, you're not leaving this house with me."
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Wow. Where can everybody, where your social media or just whatever, however you want people to get to you, for some of the fans watching and listening, want to reach out to you.
Yeah, you can get me on Instagram, DivaD, DIVAD 816. That's me on Instagram. I don't do the whole Twitter thing. I figure I'll do Twitter when I get famous.
There you go.
But yeah, Danielle Lee, DivaD 816.
I appreciate it. I do Twitter because I like pissing people off and getting people mad and inboxing me, calling me names, cussing me out. I laugh, and it's funny.
You like it too.
I love it, man. I laugh at some of these dudes, especially the guy with a troll page that's got 37 followers. And did you see the thing, Luis, I posted about Jake?
I did see that.
Did you see that?
But you just reminded me of something I want to get in real quick.
Okay.
You're talking about trolling people.
Yeah.
Dude, I just did the last 2 weeks on my Facebook. I got some friends who are big Arizona fans.
Okay.
Cardinals, Suns, the whole thing. And after every Suns win, they post something like, down goes this team, down goes that team. Or the Cardinals win, oh, down goes this team, down goes that team. Or, oh, yeah, we just lost, but I don't want to hear any haters or anything like that. So I'm like, all right, no, I'm done with this. I've been very silently just dealing with it for 2 years. The last 2 weeks, I decided, all right. So I wrote on my timeline 2 weeks ago when the Rams beat the Cardinals. Huge win for the Rams. Down go the Cardinals. That's it. That was all I had to say. I got reactions from both people I was aiming to. Yeah. One of them says, "Don't steal my lines," and so I DM'd her right away. I'm like, "I did that just for you," and it was like, right. And the other one, she just gave me the mad emoji face. So when it happened again this week, when the Lions beat the Cardinals and the Rams beat Seattle to go back into a tie for first place, I did the same thing. Very, very similar. I said, huge win for the Rams. Thanks to the Lions, we're now back in first place.
Yeah.
I'm getting text messages. We are not technically in first place. We hold the tiebreakers. And I'm like, and I said to him, tiebreakers only come into play at the end of the season. Yep. I'm not talking about tiebreakers. Yes, you have a better division record. Yes, you may win the division. But right now, both teams are 10-4, and we're in first place. Just as you are, I have nothing more to say about it. As soon as I sent it, I'm dying laughing because I'm just sitting here like, I got you twice.
I tell people my favorite line is, "Did that make you feel better?" They hate that. Yeah, I do. I'll tell you, because they'll cuss me out. And I just, laugh emoji. I put like 10 laugh emojis to let you know I'm really laughing a lot. And then I'll just, in capital letters, "Did that make you feel better?" Question mark. F you, you think you're all this, such and such. I heard you on fire, you sucked. They should never have you back. And when I get those, I go, it's all good. I appreciate my fans, but just let me know when you have your show, and I'll come over on your show and then maybe you can show me how it's done. And maybe you can. I mean, my 400 episodes on iHeartRadio, I guess, are nothing, and all my appearances. But I'll come on your show, and you can show me how. Oh, you're so arrogant. You're so, and people don't realize, and none of this shit bothers me, man. I love it. I like it. I accept it, because if I could create emotion, I've done my job. If I can create emotion, I've done my job. And that's why I don't run from what I don't like, or who I don't like, or what team I like. I am willing to tell, and I'm willing to listen to who you don't like. And I'm willing to just go, okay, when people go, oh, I don't like Kobe, all I do is just go, why? And when you give me your answer, I just go, oh, okay. I'm not into changing your mind. I don't want to change your mind. If you don't want to like him, you don't have to like him. I know he's my guy. I know he's my GOAT. You can have Mike. You can have LeBron. I know I'm still going to finish with the guy that's third all-time leading scorer, 5 championships, the finals MVPs, and he's immortalized for as tragic as it was, bruh, he is immortalized forever. Your guy will never be that. Your guy will never be immortalized like the way Kobe Black Mamba Bean Bryant is. He will be immortalized forever. You don't have a you don't have a
true story.
You don't have a shot.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I think I'm getting summons here because my Raynell is actually taking her sister to see Wicked as a gift for being very helpful to us. For being very helpful to us with the baby and everything like that, man. So listen, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys so much. You guys have a Merry Christmas. This has been day 1 of 3 of VJs on Sportsmanlike Conduct, 3 days of Christmas. I'm back tomorrow morning with some more guests, talking some more shit, and we'll be talking more about the NBA tomorrow morning, because I want to definitely get back into the Dame Lillard thing, talk about LeBron. Is he still a top 5 player? Talk about the Lakers. I'm telling you, man, more and more. If that 4 months don't happen, where they get that break, this would look like an epic fail for the Los Angeles Lakers getting this victory. All right, man. They're knocking at the door. I gotta roll. I love y'all. Peace, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate you guys, man. Boy, end the podcast. Hold on, let me end the broadcast and we're done. Way out of here. Appreciate you guys.